Offensively, we lost a number of quality football players. The hardest thing to replace will probably be the 5 offensive linemen as a unit. So we have a lot of work to do. We returned Eric Resch, a tailback, leading rusher in Section 1 last year. Randy Yost was an all-section wide receiver. And Chris Schaefer was a sophomore fullback. He started 4 or 5 games last year. So, technically we have 3 starters back. Offensive line-wise, I think the kids that are stepping in this year have seen excellent role models for 2 years, have had good coaching for 2 years. In some cases, the kids will be seniors. I think they're ready to step up and do what needs to be done. It'll take a lot of work, but I think we're going to be okay. We're going to be young early on, and I think beginning of the season, it'll be important that our defense keeps us in some games while we go through some growing pains offensively. We returned 6.5, 7 starters on defense. If you look at it, Dan Martin was a second-team all-section linebacker last year. He's back. Eric Resch was an all-section safety. Randy Yost was an all-section cornerback. So certainly there are 3 kids right there. Schaefer played some linebacker last year. Cody Taft started a couple games at linebacker last year. Carson Guy, defensive end, is back, and Brent Ober, defensive tackle, is back. We really think that our linebacking core is going to be a real strength for us this year with Schaefer, Taft, and Martin all having quality time on Friday nights and coming back. Got to find a free safety, got to find another defensive lineman, got to find a couple subs, but I think defense will be a strength for us early on. I've always believed that you give me a great offensive line, an average running back becomes a good running back. You give me a great running back behind an offensive line who doesn't understand their jobs, and you're going to end up with an injured running back more than likely. So I think having the offensive line gel is probably number 1 priority offensively. We kind of believe now that we cannot settle for anything less than making district playoffs year in and year out under the current format. Winning seasons 6-4, 7-3 gets you into playoffs. We can't have our kids walk around thinking anything less than that. This seniors this year have seen 2 years of successful football. So they have to have learned from that. That has to be a goal to get back to the playoffs. Because now we're at a point where we've made the playoffs 2 years in a row, but we haven't won a district playoff game yet. You have to have goals, new goals each and every year. So I expect them to expect of themselves getting back to district playoffs. As far as the section goes, I think at the end of the 3 non-league games, we'll have a better feel for who and what we are. I think the section is going to be awful tough this year.